Hello, everyone. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. It's Thursday and I can't wait for Friday. I don't know about you guys, but I am more than ready for it. You know, um, just as I have myself convinced that I don't have anything to say. I always have stuff to say, but it's even worse than just rambling. So nobody wants to hear that. But anyway, again, just as I think I have nothing to say, something comes across YouTube that kind of piques my interest, and I thought, okay, this is interesting. So I watch quite a lot of YouTube. I'm not ashamed or embarrassed to admit that. I'm sure there's plenty of you out there who are right there along with me. So I have been lately watching some content that's about retirees, how do I get there? What do I do when I'm there? Um, Maybe thinking that uh, maybe by watching it, maybe that will maybe that will make my retirement happen sooner rather than later. But anyway, so I was watching a YouTube last night. It came across my feed and it was titled I think it was the 9 things they don't tell you when you retire. And I was like, oh, okay. I want to know what those 9 things are. Okay, bring it. So I clicked on the video and I listened to her 9 things and I was like, okay, all right. So I'm going to tell you what her 9 things are, and I'm going to comment on them as we go. And they're not all crazy. What? You be the judge, right? Okay. So her first one was, I guess they don't tell you that you become a massive list maker. List, as in making a list, right? Just in case you didn't understand that. I personally think that, I don't know that that's something you become when you retire. I don't know, I'm not retired, but I would think that that's something that you probably already do. And maybe it's kind of a holdover and you continue to do that in your retirement. Maybe you do it a little bit more strenuously than you did before. But yeah, I think you either are or you aren't. I'm not a list maker. I've tried it, but I'm the kind of person that at the end of the day, I might write down everything I did so I can kind of check them off. So then it's like, oh, I have this great feeling of satisfaction. Cheating, yeah, but whatever. So sue me. But I do make a list if I'm going to travel or something, especially when I was going to Idaho for every Christmas, I make sure that I didn't forget anything. So I definitely made a list. But yeah, no, not really a list maker. And I can't see that changing when I retire. The next one was, nobody tells you that you watch MacGyver reruns on repeat. That just kind of tickled my fancy because, of course, people of my generation know exactly who MacGyver is. Actually, maybe even some younger people might know who MacGyver is, because who of us doesn't say, yeah, my hose broke and I had to MacGyver it, And MacGyver is actually in the dictionary, I believe. It became so popular. But watching MacGyver reruns on repeat during my retirement, no thank you. No thank you. I like him, Richard Dean Anderson, hunky as all get out. At least he was then. I think he was a soap star too. Anyway, no. Not watching MacGyver on repeat. Bones now. Yeah, I would watch that on repeat. Love me some Bones. Next one is, have a splurge account. Now, I was trying to make sense of what she meant by her splurge account, but to me, that means that you have your cushion account, which is, your 6 months to live on account, savings. Although that 6 months right now might go for 2 or 3. But anyway, you have your cushion account in case things go sideways, and then you maybe have another savings that's for something else. And yeah, I do that, but that isn't something that I would do, that I would wait till I was retired to have. I've had that for a really long time. again, you have your cushion account, and then you have your account that you pop a little bit here and there, and that's the money you use for a vacation or a special treat, etc. So again, I guess all of these are kind of subjective, and when she titled the video, "The 9 Things They Don't Tell You Before You Retire," I'm not really sure that the context for this is maybe exactly that, but anyway, moving on, right? Oh yeah, this one. They don't tell you that you're going to talk to yourself. I mean, duh. I mean, and also for context, she's a single retiree, living by herself. I think that if you don't talk to yourself, I mean, really? Really? What's wrong with you? Come on. We all talk to ourselves, whether we're alone or not. Even when my kids were young, I would talk to myself. My daughter was forever telling me, "Mom, stop that." What? Stop what? You're talking to yourself. No, I'm not. Your lips are moving. You're talking to yourself. Okay, fine. It's not as easy just to talk in your head. You just need to talk out loud sometimes because, maybe when you say it out loud, it might sound even better or even worse than it did in your head. Anyway, yeah, obviously. But it's not about retirement that's going to make me talk to myself. That's something I've always done. Now, this one I don't understand. That you become attached to a utensil and you have a favorite, and hers happens to be spatula. Really? Really? Come on. Nobody has a favorite spatula. But we all have a favorite fork, right? You have more than one junk drawer. Again, I mean, come on. Whether you're retired or not, come on. We all have more than one junk drawer. I have the famous junk drawer in the kitchen. I have a junk drawer in the spare bedroom. I have a junk drawer in my bedroom. I have a junk drawer in the desk, in the dresser here in my dining room. Yeah, we all have junk drawers. Again, that's not limited to retirees. I promise you. Now this one, okay, I can get on board with this one. Chew more carefully. And I have never had a significant incident where I've been here by myself and chewed and choked or whatever, but I do know how to perform the Heimlich maneuver on myself, and would just hope if that becomes necessary that it doesn't fly right out of my head and I forget to, how to hang myself over a chair. But yeah, I guess that's, doesn't matter, single or not. I guess we all need to chew more carefully, right? Take a drink of my tea that I steeped far longer than it needed to. Oh, bitter. But it's warm. Tasty. Now this one, I don't get this one either. No one told you that when you retired, you need to learn how to cook. I can't relate to that. I don't understand people who don't know how to cook. I don't understand people who go out to eat a lot. That doesn't make sense to me. It feels like a complete and total waste of money. And when I hear somebody say, "Oh, it's so much cheaper to, go out and eat than it is to make something at home," I don't believe that. I just don't believe that for a second. I grew up in a generation where we didn't go out to eat a lot. You cooked at home. I learned to cook by watching my mother. Both of my grandparents and my grandfather were all, well, one of my grandmothers wasn't a great cook, but I still learned from her. I was cooking, well, out of necessity, probably by the time I was in the 5th grade. So I don't know how old you are, 10 or 11. And now I won't say I love to cook, but I'm a good cook. And I don't understand how you'd wait until you're retired to learn how to cook. If you don't know how to cook, get cracking. It ain't that hard. Okay, the last one, this is number 9, is, and I guess I can kind of relate to this. It's, all the bumps and groans and sounds your house makes. And I guess for context, she was relating this story as to moving into a new place and how when you're alone, that those new creaks and groans and cracks can be a little bit unsettling, but it is true when you're alone. I guess it doesn't matter whether you're alone or not. You still get used to whatever those little cracks are. Oh, that's just the house settling. Oh, that sounded like a bird landing on the roof. Oh, yeah, it's another one. Those stinking hummingbirds outside the window probably pissed off at me because I haven't replaced their nectar in a while. But anyway, that's another story. But yeah, I guess that is true. But again, I'm not sure that that's specific to being a retiree. So anyway, that's my comments on on her 9 things, which was kind of interesting. So if there's any things that you have that you think truly are only specific to retirees, or things that you kind of are going to carry over into that, let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to hear. So anyway, thanks for listening to this ramble. I hope you're all doing well. Remember, we can all do hard things. We do hard things every day. Pat yourself on the back for those hard things. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.